Go ahead,
Okay,
Steve.
good morning, everybody. I'll talk quick. I know we have time constraints, so we're going to be talking about roads, potholes, and parks, but I might just skip parks. And so, okay. So the board gave $500,000 allocated to contractors to perform potholing over the past month or so. The South County area potholing has been completed. And so we're pretty much completely done with South County for that phase of work. West County, which I'll call San Juan Bautista, Romas, west side of Hollister, that's ongoing. We're finishing up some area around Rocks Road right now, and then we're going to be transitioning over to San Juan Highway, and then some other areas of West County, I'll call it. And we have done a little bit on Union Road as well. And then North County, we're paused. And so there was one area in North County where we think the contractor pothole mix combined with the rain event resulted in some of the mix coming off the road. And so we're working with our insurance folks and coordinating some claims that we've been receiving in that regards. And then we're going to be coordinating with the contractor on those claims in that regard. And so well, I'll just keep going.
Can I ask a question on that? Going back to the claims? Okay, I've got numerous emails and photos of damages and the tar and the grease and the pitting of the vehicle. So where are they sending these complaints to? And to whom?
Currently, they're sending them to our county clerk, and then she's accumulating them, and then we're coming up with a strategy to
deal
coordinate with the contractor on
Okay.
processing.
Yeah, and I understood what you had just said, but I just wanted to make sure that it's out there, that they know who to contact. So that would be Vanessa?
Clerk of the
Okay.
board.
All right. Can you give her information publicly so that way it's on the record?
Okay, so it's, you want to, I could, I don't want to.
That way I can direct all the emails to you
Yes,
that I've
they can
received.
be emailed to vdelgado@cosb.us or arodriguez@cosb.us.
Okay, thank you.
And just to clarify, if we receive them as board members, we're just CCing both of you to it. So we
Yep.
have it documented with Steve. Okay.
Perfect. And so in addition to that, we're trying to coordinate with staffing a car/tar wash, but that's still being coordinated for folks that didn't have maybe as, I don't know, as intense of the tar washing on their cars, but that event's still being coordinated. And we have found a few products that work, that take off the tar. We're just trying to coordinate staffing and location. So as soon as we have that, we will publish it to the world and let folks know about that event. All right. So super quick. Just because we've been talking about roads quite a bit the last few meetings, and we can talk more as the supervisors deem necessary, but real quick, because there are other things going on in the county with projects. I just wanted to highlight just a few items on parks, and I'll be very fast. So
Madam Chair,
This isn't on the.
I was going to say,
So-
point of order.
oh, okay.
Yep, nope.
So we cannot have comments.
Okay.
The item
Okay.
that is up is specifically to receive presentation regarding roads projects, pothole paving, and road patches, update and provide staff direction.
Okay, then I'll just pause there for roads.
Public comment.
Yep, because I could talk more, but I'll let, yes, the public comment and supervisors talk.
If you'd like to make a comment in chambers, please provide a speaker card, and on Zoom, please press *9 or the raised hand icon. And I have no public comment.
Okay, bringing it back to the board, can we get any comments or questions from the board members?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I can go.
Supervisor Kosmicki.
So I've gotten complaints about Cole Road as well in Aromas. I don't know if it was the same contractor, but I know the rains were untimely in some senses here, but I've gotten some complaints about just some real kind of nasty stuff out there as well. Wondering on this tar, I mean, I don't know the details as far as the contractor, which one and all that, but I mean, do we know that they use something that's not typical, or I'm just curious how this happened, honestly. I think the public deserves a little bit more explanation as far as what in the world happened here, because this seems kind of odd to me.
It is very unique, as you're saying, so we think, it was a combination of getting a fresh mix, pothole mix. So pothole mix, cold mix, it takes time to set itself. And so, if it hasn't set completely, then it shouldn't be installed at that moment. And so then if it was set at a little too soon, and then the rain hit right after that, then that combination could be the cause. So
Okay, but it's definitely the contractor's fault is our opinion of this, and that the contractor should be held liable for this, right?
it was not county crews, and the contractor installed the mix. Yes,
Okay,
And then the rains came.
correct.
but the rains, they're gonna happen. It's not the first time it's rained in the
Well-
history of the world while we're doing.
Well, I think we should kind of find out more of the detail of the pothole and the rain and what was done, because was the gist of the conversations and the emails that I received. Is that it wasn't taken all the way down to the base, whatever the base was. And then this cold mix was put on there. And then the rains hit, and then the cars going over it, removed all of the mix, whatever that mix was, that cold mix was, up onto the cars, and that's where it kind of stuck.
Yeah,
So rather than sticking on the roads, it stuck on the cars.
yeah, I got you, but we didn't have a monsoon. I mean, the rains happen. This is, nature happens. It's still
No,
winter.
it was the timing of the repair and then the rains. So whether it was
Okay,
negligence.
I'm,
or-
I'm,
still
I'm
have the
gonna,
floor
I'm
here.
gonna cut you both off because you're not construction experts, and I'm not gonna claim to be a construction expert, but knowing what's happened, we know it's a problem, so I'm gonna move down. to
I
super-
still have the
Oh, you
floor,
still-
Madam
I'm
Chair.
sorry.
Yeah, I got it
I thought
from me here.
she,
No, so yeah, I just want to make it clear that I don't think we should be making excuses for the contractor. I'm going to be
Agreed.
very blunt about it, and I'm not going to take responsibility as a supervisor that this was somehow the county's fault, because rain happens and that should be, did they not look at the weather updates before they went out there and put these, if that's the cause? So again, we have to get the contractor to admit that was their responsibility and they should take care of it.
Understood.
The other part, just a few other ones. I know you said you went out to Rocks. Still hearing a lot about Carr, and then I mentioned coal as well. Just, I know we have that project coming. At some point, we got to get to Flint, Lucy Brown, Bixby Freitas Corridor, and I know we have that project coming, but those are probably, I'm biased, but those are maybe the most disastrous roads in the entire county. No other road to me compares with Bixby Road. It is the worst road in the entire county. I will put anything on it. So we got to at some point figure something out as an interim solution by the time we get to the repaving of some of those roads. Thanks.
hey, Supervisor Zanger.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Steve. Yeah, I know this oil tar car incident was in North County primarily, and so I've been hearing about it quite a bit. Quite a disaster. And I'll just say, yeah, I mean, obviously the contractor dropped the ball on this one. Whether the rain, had the rain was the cause or not, I mean, it was on them to figure out their plan correctly. And so they dropped the ball on this. So I'm glad that we are sending them the claims, and they have insurance for this, and they can deal with it and pay for everyone's cleaning and repairs. So I guess I just say encourage everyone again, just I guess send us the claims, the issues, and we'll give them to the contractor, and they can take care of it, because this certainly was not the county crews. It wasn't our fault. And I will point out, the county crews get, I think out there, they sometimes get a bad rep for some of the pothole repairing they do. And just for the record, this was not at all county guys. I mean, this was all contracted out. All of this incident was contracted out. And I'm not saying it, the contractor, this is unusual. I know that. And I'm not saying this is like their usual, they're just bad at what they do or anything, but they did drop the ball on this. And so I'm glad that we are sending them the claims. I don't have anything else at the moment other than, I'll just leave it there. That's fine. Thank you.
Supervisor Sotelo?
I just have a quick question, and I don't know if maybe it's for Steve or Vanessa and Aurelia. But when these claims are being received, are we responding to people at all and letting them know, thank you for letting us know, we'll be in touch with you regarding kind of the next steps? Or I just want to make sure that they're not just falling into a black hole and it's like, oh, we'll eventually get to it, but that like we're responding to it.
Yes, so when they're received by email by our office, we do respond and let them know that we've received it and it's getting processed. So the process is we receive it and then we forward it to Trindle Insurance, and then Trindle will respond to them. So if they want an update, we do provide a contact information, but that's what our office does.
Okay, my only comment is, one, I always agree that we have to hold contractors accountable for their contract work. However, there's also things you have to take into consideration. You know, was the mix approved by the county? Who was the supplier of the mix? There could be other entities that are liable. And then holding contractors liable, but also understanding it may be more than one. So that's my only comment, except for the fact it did happen to me. My car had it all over it, and
Ditto.
I dealt with it and luckily caught it before it became a major problem. But claims do go to the clerk of the board. If you do email, if any board member receives an email, please make sure that you forward those to the clerk of the board and CC Steve and Ray so that they have all of those. So it's documented, okay? Any other comments on roads? Okay,